About 9 months ago, I made this wooden square with the idea that this would help hold two pieces of wood perpendicular to each other so I can join them. I have been using it a lot lately and been getting quite a few questions about how it's made. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the steps I took to create this. And I would also suggest that you make about 4 of these. It would just be handy. I wish I had at least 2. I ended up only making 1, but I may make a few more in the future. Now this kind of gives you a great example on how it would be used. Now after looking in my scrap bin, I was able to find some scrap mahogany that was laminated together. Now because I didn't have any real use for this, I thought it worked well for this project. The 2 laminated parts were different thickness, so I needed to shave them down so that they are the same. Now this project can be made with any wood you may have on hand. It don't necessarily have to be hardwood. So the first piece I'm marking here is 6.5 inches. Now this piece of oak that I'm using is going to be placed inside the framing of the mahogany. So what I want to do is line them up and make sure this is square before I then proceed to the next step. Now with the 2 parts cut, I can now take that square piece of oak that I have and then I'm going to draw a line diagonally from one corner to the other. Now it'd be almost impossible to make that cut without setting up some sort of jig at the miter saw, and that's what I ended up having to do so I can make a safe cut. And you can also make that same cut on a table saw with various jigs as well. I figured it'd be much easier to go ahead and sand everything down before to glue up. The glue up part got a little tricky, but obviously I'm dealing with angles and it's really tough to get clamps on the angles, so I had to make a few pieces that could assist me with that. Now obviously you want this to be as square as possible, so I think using a framing square or a tri-square would really help you in this process. I'm not sure if I lost the footage or I just misplaced it by putting the footage in another folder, but I don't have the footage where I showed how to cut this corner off. Now you don't have to take off this much from the corner. You just want to take off enough so it's not interfering with your work. And I'm going to use some good old shellac to add a layer of protection on it. I'll put it in action one more time so that you can see another way of using this square. I'm actually starting a new project and I'm not sure how long that's going to take, so here's a quick one for you guys. That's it for today, and I will see you in the next one.